Well, guess what? This is an interesting encounter, though, between Herbert Morrison and the Queen School, because both winning their first games, and that makes it interesting. The winner of this match will go through to the final from this group. Queens winning their match, I should have said, the Queen School. And starting off, though, Herbert Morrison, they won over Stets 45-9. This was the other team in this group. So starting off very strong, though. Rebound by Herbert Morrison's Shaw. So they are the Western champions, though. Herbert Morrison. And you see some numbers on what they've done, actually, because both teams were red. So they've given them some numbers on their back, which may not correlate with the numbers that they have on their shots. Giving away the possession, though. And ball swung down court. Brown has been the maestro so far in this Queens play, but this is a different team than the Stets team that they met earlier on. Brown comes away with it. She's been very aggressive, DeAndre Brown, but met with a double team. Clark swings it down court, looking for Whittingham. And under the rim, though, can't convert is Shaw. Here's Brown once again. Swings it to no one. That could not be a shot there by Brown. Clark. Stevenson. Away went from Stevenson. Not out of bounds just yet. Stevenson turn around. Swings it outside, though. And Hossang with a wild effort. Oh, brilliant take by Clark. But she's giving it right back to Brown. But Clark with a steal. But Brown has gained it back for the Queen School. Clark comes it over, wings it down to Stevenson. Oh, Stevenson, no control whatsoever. Shaw passes it out. Oh, brilliantly done by Clark. It's a 4-piece for the Western champions. It's for the runners-up in the South Central. Martin. Stevenson. Sings to Clark. Off the feet or the leg of Brown. Here once again. Stepping all around. That was Morrison. Oh, up and under. That's a brilliant move from Whittingham. For Herbert Morrison. Lead 6-0. And Morrison. Oh, that's a foul by Clark, though.
11.
This on Goff. A shot by Morrison. Another attempt at the gaining her own rebound. Then not for the first or second time. Morrison, 3 rebounds and finally converting for the Queen School. Stevenson with the inbound pass. It's the Whittingham. Back to Stevenson, but a steal. Here comes the Queen School with Brown. And Morris under the rim, and she was fouled. So she'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Morrison shoots 2 for the Queen's School. Feeling a bit of pain though with her left hand. And making the second. So the net is torn, so sometimes you won't see the ball touch the net, especially from the free throw line. Queen's School through Brown. Brown inside. Oh, a steal by Stevenson. And that should be a blocking foul, should it? So a blocking foul. So it is Herbert Morrison's ball. They take it to the side. Maxwell. Bounce pass inside to Whittingham. Oh, good defensive skills being shown by Brown and can't handle. Goff was like a runaway train for the Queen's School. In the meantime, Whittingham forcing the play, trying to get the rebound.
Box, time out.
And it will be the Queen's ball. Timeout called. They're tossing for who will go through to the final. A 3-team group. The winner goes through. The winner of the group goes through to the All-Ireland Championship game. The winner of this match. So both coaches showing how important this match is. The votes, both teams defeating St. Elizabeth Technical High in their first match. So both teams having 2 wins under their belts. A showdown to see who tops the group. So a lot of instructions being given to respective teams. And so timeout taken. This is the Zone 2 encounter. Will it be Herbert Morrison or will it be Stets? Or will it be the Queen's School? But we know it's not Stets because Stets lost their 2 games. Just want it to be more inclusive. Well, this is the final game, round robin game in Zone 2. Camperdown will be meeting Mount Alverno, who lost their matchup against Manchester in the final group game in Zone 1. That's next game on the cards. So this timeout has been a little long. But the Western champions. Playing against the Southern Conference runners-up. They're back on the court after instructions given to them by their coach. Both teams are. The Queen's School in the blue top. Both having red though, but it was steal, but stolen back. Clark with a shot. Got a rebound by Brown. Brown of the Queen's School. Pulled the handbrakes up. Now switches to the left. So not the greatest pass at all. Not the greatest pass. But Queens, they still have it though. and trying to finish. Did I say try? Finishing well. That was Goff with the finish for the Queen School. So a 6-5 lead for Herbert Morrison. Rebound again by Brown. Brown goes by 1. A pull-up 3. And that was short. So timeout was called earlier on. So Clark with the inbound pass, a steal by the Queen School in the form of Morrison. 3-on-1. Goff with a fake. Bounce pass back to Morrison, but they've given the possession away. Clark bounce to Whittingham. It goes wide and goes outside.
Hey, get back. 2-3.
Stevenson back in. And going out is Hossang for Herbert Morrison.
Get in front, Tar. Get in front. Could have a pass.
Jamie made Goff
Yes.
out.
Yes.
And Martin in for the Queen School. Brown looking for Martin. And a wayward pass by Brown. So Martin not happy at all with the pass. Ball swung to Clark. Down court. Another possession, Clark. She gets it back. Trying for a jumper. Use the backboard to advantage. In and out. But here comes Brown for the Queen School. A layup. And bounce it in off the backboard. To take the lead, 7-6. The Queens over the Herbert Morrison technical team. One affected outside.
Better pass now. We are looping.
Herbert Morrison's ball. Coming back in is Goff.
Turn, break.
Martin going back out.
Nice shot.
Oh, poor shot that was. But getting the drop, getting the roll. That was Whittingham for Herbert Morrison.
Let's run faster.
8-7. They've regained the lead, 1 point lead. Going by 1, going by 2. And a foul committed by Clark. So they take it to the side. Bounce pass inside, looking back for Morrison. Morrison lob inside, but taken away. So jump ball, and that signals the end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter, 8-7 is a lead for Herbert Morrison over the Queen School. Wow, a tight contest between the two. Turnover by Herbert Morrison. Here comes Morrison now. Running into a roadblock. Fighting and tussling. She smiles. And she's aggressive. And she shoots too. Shot on the first. And makes a second. 11 proceedings, 8 apiece in the second quarter. Running into a roadblock.
Foul! Foul!
Wayward.
Hey, let's go. Then you can't take too long to make up your mind.
Gonna put inside, all alone under the rim. Can't convert.
Run back!
Was Whittingham.
Run back!
Goff for the Queen School. Pull up jumper. Not necessarily a jumper. Pull up shot more so.
Turn.
Stevenson. Loses the handle.
He's a run back now.
Brown. Goff with a shot. Rebound. Sung down the court, but can't be handled by Whittingham. Not the greatest pass at all
Run back.
from Maxwell.
Hey, set up.
Brown gets it. Jumper. Shot. Rebound. Finally Stevenson. Stripped away from Stevenson. Two players colliding. Morrison been very aggressive. The Queen School. So Maxwell's still on the ground. She's taking her sweet time to get up. Goff changes. Gets it back. A shot by Goff. Off the backboard. And reaching double figures is the Queen School. 10-8. Stepped on the line. A turnover. And stepped on the line. Hosang. Back in. Also in is Allen. Or coming out is Allen. Whittingham. Has her sang in her sights. Puts the ball on the floor. Losing the handle though. Can't answer. Whittingham. And here comes Morrison. To Goff. Protecting the ball is Goff. Goff with a shot. Morris is under the rim. And Stevenson was there also. Came off Stevenson last. It should be Queen's ball. Bounce pass. A shot. But a rebound by Stevenson. Was sailed down court through the hands of Shaw. So they're giving it right back over to the Queen School. Brown turns away from Stevenson and not from behind by Stevenson. And she shoots two at the line.
Sub.
So Brown with two. As the Queen School leading by two. Missing the first. 10-8 is a score. Our second from the line. Brilliant with the second. 11. 1 from 2 from the line. Almost a steal. Clark, who has been missing somewhat for this Herbert Morrison team, the maestro, has thrown away the ball though. Commentators curse after calling her the maestro. She has been extremely decisive in her passing. But at that time, A wild pass from Clark. And another turnover from Herbert Morrison. So Morrison is trying to save the backcourt violation, but was not successful at all.
Come up.
Stevenson puts the ball on the floor, lays it off. She wants it back though. Double team coming. Clark. Now the shot coming off the board, but a rebound is there. And the converting is Hossang from Herbert Morrison. So they've also reached double figures. The lead is 1 by the Queen's School. 11-10. Brown. Goff turns around. But a rebound by Stevenson. Being very aggressive as she goes around both. Stevenson lost the handle as she went around 2 defenders. But it will be the Queen's School ball. We're in second quarter action.
Jog back. Come back, Nishan. Come back.
The timeout that was taken in the first quarter
Come back,
was
Nishan.
extremely long.
Tara.
Brown once again. Almost a steal. So coming away with it, or tried to come away with it, was Maxwell. And Stevenson now collects for Herbert Morrison. Sailing the ball down court. Collected cleanly. This by Shaw. Bounce pass. Shaw is there and scores. 12-11. Now they're gone back in the lead. Herbert Morrison. Brown. Swings it to Absalom. Back to Brown, to Goff. Goff takes a shot. But the rebound is there. Oh, she's taken down like I'm watching WWF. We'll take it to the side. Maxwell was taken down. Bounce pass to Hossang. Back to Hossang. Oh, poor pass from Hossang though, trying to go around 2 players. Here's Brown once again. The rebound to Brown and a foul. And Brown will shoot 2. Brown would definitely shoot 2. Last time she was at the line, 1 from 2. Does not get the bounce. Misses the first. Let's see what will happen in the second. Shot with the second also. Rebound in the hands. Almost gave it away. She forced the ball, not realizing her teammate was to her left. And that's going to be a foul. And if that goes against Stevenson, that would be our second. And that was a poor foul by Stevenson. I'm looking to see who got the foul actually. It's not a shooting foul though. She took it by the side. And Stevenson has to be careful. I'm looking to see who it was on. Did not see the signal. Signaled by the referee. Maxwell. Oh, that is a beautiful block there from... That's Morrison, not Maxwell, pardon me. That shot. So the referee taking his sweet time to pass Morrison. Morrison with a bounce pass inside. A good block. That was a brilliant block from Maxwell. Stevenson looking for Clark. Over the hands of Clark. They've given it away. So Stevenson, that's the signal at the end of the first half. And doesn't count any at all. 12-11. Herbert Morrison, they lead over the Queen's School. We'll be back for second half action. All Ireland basketball grand finale happening at Manchester High.
Your time. Hey, Bianca, you must quit. Sarah, do not be afraid to go to the ball with the ball. Do not be afraid to go to the ball with the ball. Do not be afraid to hey, all 5 on the can go to the ball. All 5 let's go feed now. Defense. Bianca, pick up. Sarah, pick up. Set. Hands up. Go over ninja on the wrong side. Go, and done. Relax down. Get back. Sarah. Get front. Nice. Run. Get front. Nice. Yes. Nice. Look up.
Well, the third quarter starting off.
Didn't have the ball.
So the second quarter ended. First half action ended 12-11 for Herbert Morrison over the Queen's School. 14-11 after Whittingham made it in a short while ago. Confident run from Whittingham. Here she goes once again. Clark to Whittingham.
Let's go.
He had Hassan to her left. Clark bounce pass to Whittingham. Oh, that's very aggressive move by Martin of the Queen's School. Now Martin has to be careful. She has been aggressive though. That's a poor pass from Clark.
Get behind.
As Morrison loving that, but Stevenson is there. And Stevenson is quick.
Hey, just stop and hold the ball.
As they stepped on the line, so it will be the Queen's possession.
Lawrence, jump, Lawrence,
14-11 is a score in the third quarter.
Step, Norwich.
Morrison to
Nice.
Martin.
Go.
A steal.
Check on. Look up.
Once again, Whittingham
Finish.
finding. Oh, losing the handle though was Shaw. A bit too wayward.
Hands up. Come up.
On the Queen's
Come
School.
up. Come up. Press.
Dow. Carrying the ball up court.
Over. Larry, gonna. Gonna.
Yeah, Clark. Bones pass looking for Hassan. Was being double teamed. Taken away by Goff. She's using her feet though. Well, she has to be very careful. Goff. So it's a turnover. It goes the other way. 3 seconds. Bones pass inside, but stolen by Morrison. Here's Morrison for the Queen's School. It's poked away. Clark swings it forward to Whittingham. Whittingham has her teammate in sight, trying to get some space. Whittingham once again looking for Clark. Clark, oh, that's a block by Morrison. Clark gets it back. Switches outside to Hassan. Hassan turn around by Goff to Morrison and can't convert. No, a foul called on Martin, so she shoot two. (14-11) the third quarter. Herbert Morrison they lead. Martin with the first in and out, rattling in and rattling out. Martin with the second. Rebound by Stevenson. Finding young lady all alone. That's Shaw. And Shaw converting.
Lawrence, get back.
And a turnover. Poor pass in the end by Dow. Looking for Brown. That was wayward. Change is being made.
Gone.
Coming out Hassan.
Come on, get them feelings.
And all alone on the rim, can't convert. Now Marshall comes away with it. And banks it home. 16-13. Here's Gaul once again. She gives it away to Clark. Then once more Whittingham. Under the rim, all alone. Once again it's Shaw. Convert. And for Shaw, it has been called. It has to be concerned though. As score read 18-13. Coaches have to be concerned. Second, we'll play the third place matchup. It's an interesting game it has been so far in this matchup. Herbert Morrison looks the better of the two teams. They are the champion. Queen's School finished second in South Central. Conference, I should say. As they finished conference. They're back on the court with Max Stevenson. Also there's Shaw. Still on the court. and Whittingham. Was Shaw. Last two balls. Even the ball behind was.
Nice, good defense. Let's get for Norwich. Good defense. Good defense.
Yeah.
Nice.
Through the hands though of Goff. With the leg. Rebound. And she put 18-15 is a score. Herbert Morrison is still lead. Clock gave it away.
Go.
Brown.
Get back. Cut out the pass.
Morrison with the pass, finding Brown. And a rebound gathered by Whittingham. Has lost it.
Block.
Morrison.
Nice.
Stevenson last. It will be the Queen's School possession. Morrison. Bounce pass inside, but gave away the possession. Clark. So not by one, but by two, or by three. And that's poked away by Martin. So it will be Herbert Morrison. Clark with the fake. Off that shot from Maxwell. Stevenson. The backboard by Maxwell. 20. Herbert Morrison. The patrol to leading by 5 over the Queen's School. Brown. A long range. He gets it. 22-17. And Brown can cut the deficit. She gets the bounce. 22-18. 4-point game. Does not get the bounce there, but the rebound gathered by Morrison and could not convert. Goes the other way. Herbert Morrison's ball. Full court press. Clark. Looking for Hassan. So it came off last touch by Hassan. Stevenson. Clark with a shot. Hassan. Bounced inside. Brown comes away with it. It's poked away from Brown. And a kick ball. So Morrison with the pass for the Queen's School to Brown. Brown looking for Martin, who stepped on the line. Should be a turnover. Full court press once again.
Screen,
Clark goes by Brown.
Attack first.
Whittingham. Stevenson. Clark. For pass. Now Morrison.
Nice. Over.
So, an offensive foul. As we saw Morrison, a very good offensive work, though, standing up and taking the charge.
Hey, screen fear. Go fear.
Timeout. Hold the time.
Hey,
Referee is having a little discussion. As he signaled to the bench to say, restart the time. Clark. Turn the corner on Morrison. Still Clark. And that signals the end of the third quarter. 22-18. And Herbert Morrison in full flight with a 4-point lead. However, the Queen School, they're knocking at the door to see if they can come back in this matchup. They have the potential and they do have the arsenal. Let's see what will happen.
There's only 2 minutes, right?
For the fourth quarter getting on the way between Herbert Morrison and the Queen School. 22-18. Brown, who has been very energetic in this matchup, as she was in the first game against Stets. Almost a steal though, but she did save it. So brilliant work from Goff of the Queen School. Martin has Brown in her sights. She finds Brown, but she can't handle that pass. Clark for Herbert Morrison. Through the hands of Stevenson. And Brown comes away with it. A steal by Clark once again. Ball put on the floor by Whittingham. Whittingham to Stevenson. And converts. Herbert Morrison. Brown. Was by Shaw. Shaw called for the foul. So they take it to the side. 24-18 is a score. Through the hands though, but Stevenson recovers. No, she does not. I thought she would have for Herbert Morrison. So the Queen School possession.
79 points,
So Brown.
Set up. Sarah, pick up. That DJ, get back.
As a testing for the possession.
Let's go. Stand up right there, so don't Jesus. Break. Donnelly. Ref! Inbound and don't Jesus. Yeah, but Sherry, she's taking him.
So in the meantime, ball lobbed. The Queen School, they trail by 4. Brown. Aggressive movements by the Queen School. Brown. That's her notion of playing for the entire competition. Through the hands, though. The greatest collection at all.
Go.
There's Clark going by 1. Deflected outside, defensive work by Martin, not allowing Stevenson to actually hold on. Stevenson. Brought away again by Martin. So Herbert Morrison's ball bounce past the Clark. Puts the ball on the floor. Turns around. A 3-pointer. Which is all ends up. It will be the Queen School ball. And a turnover. Poor pass this from Morrison looking for Brown. In the meantime, they've given it right back. Martin for the Queen School. Going by 1 and a foul. So she'll shoot 2. Whittingham. So Martin will shoot 2.
Five. How much you have?
Makes the first. Clean as a whistle. Let's look at the second. Makes a second. Oh, that's good from the line for Martin. All thrown down. Stevenson out of control and another turnover. With this long ball passing from Herbert Morrison not working out any at all. So timeout taken. And it's very close between the two teams here. 24-22. 2-point game. 1 possession game between the two teams. So a song will be brought in this 4th quarter. Camperdown will be playing the next match against Mount Alvernia. Interesting though. This game seems a bit long than the rest of the games that we have seen so far. So the athletes are back on the court for Herbert Morrison. Whittingham being consoled by Stevenson. So it's Herbert Morrison with Clark. Stevenson, think of a jumper. Oh, that's poor from Stevenson. Gathered by Peart. Here in the meantime, Goff all alone. Turn around, can't convert. But Goff gets it back. Quick hands from Goff. Lays it off to Morrison and it rattles in from Morrison. Scores are tied.
Break.
Stevenson. Swinging to Whittingham. Oh, a steal by Morrison. Morrison with a very good defensive play. Looking for Brown. And she converts.
Get him on, Legion.
Brilliant by Brown.
Legion, hurry up now. What's what we
So the Queen School, they've gone in the lead. 26-24, another turnover. Morrison behind the door. Goff. Brown. Oh, and another by Brown. 28-24. The long ball again. And a foul by Clark with her left hand on Goff. Again the long ball. The lazy basketball not working out for Herbert Morrison. So 4-point lead. The pendulum swinging the way of the Queen School. Morrison lobs inside to Goff. Oh, deflected outside by Stevenson. But will be the Queen School possession. Again, another whistle. Queen School don't mind this at any at all. Morrison with the inbound pass. Deflected out before Brown could hold on. So again, the Queen School possession. They get closer to the rim. Timeout has been called. Another timeout. With the Queen School leading by 4 points. A 28-24 lead they have in the fourth quarter. Pass. Hassan with a quick release. Poor from Hassan. But Brown is there to recover for the Queen School. She has led her troops extremely well. And a turnover from Brown. So it will be Herbert Morris's possession. In the half of the Queen School, trailing by 6. So a shot, and she'll shoot 2. That Whittingham, she was fouled and she was about to release. Not making the first. Under a bit of pressure though. And not making the second. Gaining the rebound, but the ball tipped outside. So it's going to be a foul against Morrison. So she'll go back to the line.
2-3 with the foul. 2 shots.
It's another opportunity at the line. Misses again, Whittingham. And the second, she does not get the bounce. Well, the ball is poked outside by Shaw. So it should be the Queen's School. So timeout being taken. So 6 point. Getting their opportunities, Herbert Morrison. With time dwindling away in the fourth and final quarter of this matchup. Top of the table clash in zone 2. The winner of this match goes through to the championship affair. The last game of the grand finale here at Manchester High. Dejected faces on Herbert Morris's bench. Look pretty disappointed. They're leading at 1 point by about 6. And the faces of the Queen School a little bit different from what we're seeing in Herbert Morrison's. Two opposites. Now Clark, quick release. It's the rim. Does not get the bounce. But again harassed somewhat. And it's still Herbert Morrison's ball. Whittingham. Look. Quick. So that signals the end of the matchup. The Queen School will be journeying to the All-Ireland final, while Herbert Morrison will be playing the third place playoff for finishing second in Zone 2. Congratulations, 30-24 to the Queen School for Herbert Morrison. But that's how the cookie crumbles in this matchup. Next affair will be Camperdown versus Mount Alvernia.